Hi everyone, this is Drake with Discount Hockey, and today we're going to be taking a look at the 2018 Bauer Supreme Ignite Pro Plus ice skates. You might be asking yourself, what are the Ignite Pro Pluses? These are a Sports Excellence exclusive skate, so they're made for stores like Discount Hockey and discounthockey.com. They're based off of the second tier Supreme 2S skate, and then they're upgraded to have some features found in the top of the line 2S Pro and other high-end Bauer skates that wouldn't normally be found on the Supreme skate line. For example, some of the upgrades include Comfort Edge technology on the ankles, LS3 Plus black steel, the Lock Fit Plus liner, and these nice black leather wear pads that we'll talk about in a little bit. So let's start by talking about the new design of the Supreme skates. So compared to last year's, they were kind of like a light gray that had a lot of white lines, and I felt like they were kind of busy. This year they toned it down, made these designs a lot subtler. This charcoal color has a few black accents, so you can still see up close, but from far away it really just looks black. And then they have these nice bright gold reflective accents on the heels, the ankles, and near the facing. So the new design is a lot cleaner than last year, so I think that's a really cool, really good improvement. So let's talk about the quarter package. So Bauer uses Curve composite on these Ignite Pro Plus skates. So Curve isn't exactly a new feature. They've been using it on top of the line skates and high-end skates in the Bauer families for a few years now. So it's very lightweight, very stiff. When you squeeze it, it doesn't really give a lot. And it's also very heat moldable. So when you bake these skates, they'll form right to your foot, but stay lightweight and very stiff and supportive. So let's talk about the tongue. This is a new tongue for this year. It's called the Reflex tongue. This hasn't been used on Supreme skates before, but it's kind of similar to last generation's S180. So it's pretty thick, white felt tongue, 48 ounce, 3-piece design. It's soft though, it flexes forward, so players who like to flop a little bit, they can do that in this skate. It's upgraded from last year though. The S180 had a big thick kind of felt padding on the tongue. This closely resembles the S190's tongue from last year, so it has a more of a rigid metatarsal guard, but it's softer than the S190. So the Reflex tongue kind of feels like a hybrid between last generation's S180 and S190 tongues. The eyelets, the Ignite Pro Pluses use standard eyelets, so these are standard brass textured eyelets. So players who've skated in like a pro stock skate before, this is kind of the pro preferred design. It doesn't lock the laces in like the T-shaped eyelets from the top of the line models like the 2S Pro. So players who don't like to have their skates super tight will definitely like this eyelet design. So going back to the upgrades, Comfort Edge is added to these. This is not found on the second tier 2S price point. This is usually found on the top of the line model or the S190, but this year, for whatever reason, Bauer decided to go away with it on the 2S model. So this is just a nice leather padding that prevents the corners of the tops of the quarter package from digging into your ankles on sharp turns. This is a huge upgrade. In my opinion, Comfort Edge should be on every skate, but not this year on the 2S. So the Ignite Pro Plus get that upgraded ankle padding. We can go to the back of the skate, the tendon guard. So this is going to be the same tendon guard found on the 2S. It's stiff but comfortable, so it flexes back, flexes forward a little bit more. This just allows it to be responsive. It is stiff, but it also has some nice padding on the inside, so kind of near the liner, this is a pretty comfortable tendon guard. So no customization like the 2S Pro, that's the only downside to it, but still a really good tendon guard. Doesn't seem like it's going to break on you at any point. So going down to the holder, these use Tuke Lightspeed Edge holders, so these have been around for a few years now. Nothing's really changed on them. They use the same trigger mechanism, so if you lose an edge in the middle of a game, or if your steel breaks, or whatever, if you just want to switch your steel out, all you do is flip it over, squeeze the trigger, and the steel comes right out. This is very convenient for those quick middle of the game switches. So then that brings us down into the runner. So these use a new LS3 Plus black steel. So this is really LS3 steel, but it's powder coated in a black material, so it gives players the look of the 2S Pro, which comes with LS5 carbon steel. Unfortunately, this isn't carbon based; it just kind of looks like it. So players who want the look of the 2S Pro but they don't want to shell out $900, comes with this. And the cool thing about this steel, it's an exclusive steel for this skate. You can't buy this aftermarket. You know, like in those packages of two. If you want to get the LS3 Plus black steel, got to get the Ignite Pro Plus skate. LS3 Plus, 10-foot radius, very durable, holds an edge for a long time. This is a very good quality steel. So let's go and look in the inside of the skate now, so we can take these laces out. So these are upgraded to have the Lock Fit Plus liner on the inside. This is interesting because the Lock Fit Plus was actually found on the 2017 Vapor X900. So normally Bauer doesn't really cross over too many features from the Vapor line to the Supreme line and vice versa. So this should be interesting to see how this holds up on the Ignite Pro Plus. It's a hydrophobic material, so it wicks away sweat, and it's also high friction, so it keeps your foot and heel locked in place all game long. It's very comfortable, very soft, a lot of ankle padding as well. These also are, like I said, upgraded to have this wear pads. So this is the same kind of synthetic leather material found on the Comfort Edge pads. And yeah, it's right where the eyelets and the liner and the tongue all converge together. So when the tongue kind of moves forward when you're skating, it prevents any wear from forming, and it helps keep your skates lasting a little bit longer. Bauer uses the same lock fit footbed found on the 2S skate. So this has like a rubbery kind of gripping material around the heel, through the arch of the foot and around the toes, which helps keeps your foot locked in place. Players who usually don't like to use stock footbeds, they can pull these out and put in Bauer speed plates or Super Feet Yellow or whatever preferred footbed that they want to use. So for price, the Ignite Pro Pluses will retail at Discount Hockey and DiscountHockey.com for $649.99. Compared to the second tier 2S model that they're based off, which retails at $599, you're getting tons of upgrades for just $50 more, which is a huge, huge deal. I would highly recommend these skates. These are also very comparable to the 2S Pros. So for players who don't want to spend $900 on a top-of-the-line model, they can get the Ignite Pro Pluses for a lot cheaper. So that about sums it up. I'm Drake with Discount Hockey. These are the Supreme Ignite Pro Plus skates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the ice.